Hey, my name is Subbu. I'm going to give you a walkthrough of StaffAgent.ai. Before we get started with the application, let's see what we want to do. So I'm trying to fill a position, a dolphin trainer position, and these are my interview stages. A phone screening round, a technical round, this is a manual round, and a salary negotiator round. The first and the third rounds, I want to use a AI recruiter to do the interviews. So these are my instructions for the AI interviewer. And when I add a candidate or a bunch of candidates, I want to call them at these times, and if the call goes unanswered, I want to mark them as not reachable. And I also want to send an email and a SMS reminder 30 minutes before the call. So let's see how to set this up. So this is my position. So I'll get inside this, and I've already set up the pipeline stages, and I'm going to set up the AI interviewer. So edit, pick a interviewer. So I'm going to pick dolphin trainer, and I want to send the email and the SMS 30 minutes before the call, and this is my template. So let's save this, and I want to set up another interviewer for the salary negotiation round. Okay, now that we have the AI interviewer set up, let's go and take a look at the interview slots. So I want to schedule the interview at, let's see, right now it is 7:12. I'm going to set it up at 7:15. And if this call goes unanswered, I want to have another follow-up about 5 minutes after that. So these are my slots. So now let's go and add a candidate. So I'll select these two resumes. I've not read the resumes. I'll let the AI extract the information and populate the candidate field. It's going to take a couple of seconds to extract the information and populate the database. Okay, now the data is extracted. So let's see what it has done. So it has picked up all the data. I've not specified what I want to extract, but it has picked up everything on its own. And this candidate, he's in a different time zone, and this is a phone number. So now the AI interviewer schedules the rounds based on the time slots we have set in the settings. So if you click on this, so it shows the next call is in 12 hours, and it's showing me the interview time in the candidate's time zone. So this is the time zone. Let's see what it is scheduled for the next call. So this call is going to happen in 12 seconds. So I'm receiving the call now. I'm going to answer the call. Let's see how the call goes.
Hello, Subu1. This is Kim calling. Can I ask you a few questions about the dolphin trainer position?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, please.
Great. First off, how many dolphins are you currently training?
About 5.
Thanks. On average, how many hours a day do you spend working with them?
About 6 hours.
Got it. What's the maximum depth a dolphin can dive?
Maybe 1,500 feet.
Thanks for sharing that. Do you have any questions about the role?
Not really. Thank you so much. Okay, now the interview is done, and let's go. If I want to look at the interview, I can click on the transcript, and this is the entire transcript. And if I want to listen to the call again, I can click on this to play the entire interview. Now for the second candidate, if I'm not happy about the follow-up time, I can cancel the follow-up and add a manual follow-up. So let's pick a date. And I can choose the time zone for the interview. Either I can choose my own time zone, or I can choose the candidate's time zone. So now if I click on, let's pick my time. Now this is added in 23 hours. It picks the time zone and calculates the time accordingly. I can add any number of candidates here, and the calls will happen according to the schedule that I have set. So now let's go back and take a look at the interviewer. So this is the Dolphin trainer that I used. If you take a look at this is the number that the call went from, and this was the greeting when the call began. And if the candidate decides to call back, and this would be the greeting. So these are my instructions, and at the end of it, I've specified these are the questions. So let's see what questions we have here. So if you recall, the interviewer was asking these exact questions in the same order. Now I can go to call log and take a look at all the calls, and this screen updates in real time as and when calls are happening. The interviews are not straightforward. Sometimes the candidates may answer the call or may not answer the call, or sometimes the call may go to a voicemail. So let's see how to address that. So I'm going to schedule the call in 2 minutes. And the next call in 2 minutes. So I'm going to create a manual follow-up, and I'll say I want the call to happen in 1 minute. And this I'll keep the same time zone. So now this is scheduled in 37 seconds. In the meantime, we'll go and take a look at the call log. Okay, the call is queued. There it is. So I'm receiving the call. I'm going to reject the call. Let's go back to the position. This is a manually added follow-up. Okay, now there's no answer, and it gives me what happened in the call, and it has created one more follow-up in 17 seconds. So I'm going to wait for the call and leave it unanswered again. Meantime, okay, receiving the call from the same number, and I'll just cancel it. Now if I look at the call log, so it says no answer. The second one should soon get updated. In the meantime, let's go back to positions. Okay, now the candidate is marked as okay, let's go back to the screen. Now this is marked as not reachable, and if you look at the follow-ups, it says follow-up attempt 3 and there's no answer. And if I want to create additional follow-ups, I can do that here. Or if I want to create initiate a call directly to the candidate, I can do that as well here. Now what if the candidate receives the call but he is busy and he wants to call back? So let's try and replicate that scenario. So I'm going to call the phone number, which is, this is the phone number. So I'm going to call this phone number.
Hey, thanks for calling us back.
Hey, thank you. Can we get on with the questions, please?
Of course. Just a quick heads up. I'll pause briefly after each of your responses to take notes. First off, are you currently available for a new prospect?
The AI interviewers are set up to receive the calls and continue the conversation where it was left off.